Here's the deal. With the massive swings that we've been seeing in stocks over the past 2 years or so, investors definitely looking for something more tangible. And lately, comic books of all places, they've not just become a safe play, but fantastically profitable.
Fantastic Four may be a hit with the kids, but it's an even bigger one for 48-year-old Steve Diamond. Diamond took out $200,000 at the peak of the stock market in October 2007 to restart his childhood collection of Fantastic Four comics.
I'm much more likely to take any disposable income that I have and put it into comic books.
Why?
Just because I've seen the results of what I've gotten so far. I've seen the results of books that I've purchased, and in the span of 1 or 2 or 3 years later, I've seen the money that I put into it triple.
And it's not just Diamond. Comics book dealer Vincent Zurzolo says more and more investors are looking for better returns in comics. Some of that being fueled by the recent record-breaking sales of more than $1 million each and fear about the stock market.
We got so many calls and so much of an influx of new interest in comic books, and especially from people saying, yeah, I don't know what to do with my money right now.
But along with the comic book frenzy come big risks. If there are too many copies of one book, prices can plunge. Zurzolo says check websites like the Certified Guarantee Company that monitor comics, and he says movie releases can affect the value too.
Comic books become more popular right around when their movies are coming out, so if you're looking to sell, wait a couple months before the next Spider-Man movie comes out or the next Iron Man movie comes out. Buying them after it's died down a little bit after the movies is a smart thing.
Diamond says he has no plans to sell. His prized possession, a Fantastic Four number 55 he bought 2 years ago, is in near perfect condition, the highest graded of its kind. For this investment of $16,000, the sky's the limit.
I'm sure with my customer base, I get about 25 grand for this book.
25K in a matter of 2 years.
Yeah.
Wow, not bad.
Fantastic.
Now, and Zurzolo handled 2 of the record-breaking sales this year for more than $1 million each. In fact, he told me that the first seller originally bought for about $150,000. This was back in 1997, and of course, that went for $1 million. So that's a return, Mark, of 567%. If they'd invested the same amount of money in, say, the stock markets, S&P 500 would have returned a paltry 40%. And look at the second return here. $138,000 was the purchase price back in 1993, a 624% increase. Stocks over that time, 168%. So you can see, Mark, why these guys are investing in comics.
Comic books and baseball cards. I told my mom, why did you throw my baseball cards out? Well, now she knows. Bloomberg's Arbert and Zara, you were holding almost a $25,000 comic book in your hand.
I didn't even realize that until then. Yeah.
Bloomberg's Arbert and Zara, thanks so much. You're watching Bloomberg News. I'm Mark Crumpton. Thanks so much for joining us.